All right, can you guys hear me and see my screen? Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Okay, seems to be working. All right. All right, guys. Okay. Welcome. And is Lo in here? Yes, he is. Excellent. Okay, so this webinar, guys, came about because Lo had a disconnect in here. Now he's been trading like a madman in this replay mode, and really has built up a ton of experience. And he was just he had a question in the pilot program. He's like, "Well, can we see you trade this? How do you go about it?" And I said, well, okay, yeah, no problem. Great idea. Let's go through, and we may have to do this several times, and then invite you guys up to the stage and have you guys also trade it, and you can see how others trade it as well. Okay, in replay mode. I'm going to show you how I do it and my recommendations as well. Okay, so first things first, let's open up Bookmap in replay mode and click OK. And I am not sharing my screen over here. Okay, now you should see my screen. Yeah, all good here. Can you guys see my screen and hear me over in Discord? You can just type yes in the questions. Okay, should be able to hear me. No? No. God. Okay. Okay, how about now? Can you guys hear me now? And see my screen. Okay. Okay, and video as well. Okay, great. All right, Catalyst. All right, thank you. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, let's go through this. So how this came about was in the pilot program. Lo had asked a question. He goes, Bruce, can we see you trade this? Well, live or replay mode, and what's your process? And it was a great idea because I had kind of demoed it many times, but I hadn't really gone through exactly how I do this in here, and then my recommendations. We will probably do this several times, to be honest. I think it's really important, and this was a link that was missing here, Lowe's. So thank you for that. I will also create a document that'll follow up with this, and then we'll look at how other people do it too. We got some of the coaches in here, DNT, and I think that's it right now. There's Laura, there's Shark, there's DNT, there's John, and trading is life. So uh, reach out to them also in the pilot program room. Others are quickly becoming coaches as well. Lo, Robert, Mr. Smiles has been really energetic in here and doing really well. So you're on your way as well. Anyway, all right. So let's go through this process here and how I recommend doing this. All right. We first opened up Bookmap in replay mode. Now let's add a replay file. Now, if you guys are new in here, this is how you add replay files. Okay, so let's first go over to the pilot program. Now, you will first, sign up and let me show that. You're first going to sign up on our website. Okay, that's going to be here. Just scroll down and sign up here. First name, last name, email, and your Discord username if you have it. If you don't, that's okay, but you will need it. And then you'll come into Discord, and then you're going to request access to this program. And it is under the help support here is where you request it. Okay, you'll see others in here asking as well. This is where we need to verify that you have Bookmap Global or Global Plus so that you can access the program. All right, so now let's go back, and once you have access and you refresh your Discord, let's scroll down here a little bit. It's under the Bookmap Academy here. You'll see the pilot program chat right here. Okay, and this is where you're going to chat with others, intermingle with the community, and then post your trade setups in here to get feedback. This is a really important part of the community or the program, because you're going to be building out your edge, but you want to get feedback from others. You want to look at how others are doing it as well. Now, so that's the chat room. But when you're brand new, when you come in, this is where to go. Pilot program materials. Click on that. And then you'll see the replay files here about the program, getting started, and then setups checklist. Okay, I need to edit this. Things have changed in here for the good because development has made some changes. I don't need to have this setups checklist here. It'll pop up automatically. Anyway, there will be some changes. Now, let's just go to here, Trendline Break Accumulation, Replay Files. And then you'll find all the replay files in here. Okay, I think there's like 17 or 18 of them. All right, and then click on one here and download it. As simple as that. Okay. Now, once you downloaded it, you need to input it into the file structure. Okay, so we can go open up our files here on our C drive in our Bookmap user folder, and then in feeds here. Okay, and these are all my feeds. And you can see these ones that are a little longer. They have the Trendline Break Accumulation setup in here. Okay, that's what we're going to go through here. All right, so let's load one of these here. Let's load this one up here. Oops, sorry. That's the feeds folder actually. So let's find my downloads folder here. Okay, and then I just downloaded one of these feeds in here. Right in here. Yeah, this one. Download it and then just drag and drop it into here. Okay. Now it's accessible. Okay, so now I can open it up here, open my data file, double click on it here, and it starts to load. All right, so that's just to get up. That's a quick overview how to get up and running. All right, so now it's accessing the replay mode. All right, and it's loading. You can see the gray line here loading it. All right, let's click forward here a bit. All right, so actually let's get set up here to trade. All right, and we'll just pause this for the moment. Let's open up the trade control panel here. Let's turn it on. We'll put the pin here so it's always present. We'll select one and then bracketed orders. I want to use bracketed orders. And I'm really going to widen these out here in terms of the stops and take profit, and then I'll adjust it once I'm in the position. Okay, so I have a take profit and a stop loss. Okay, great. Now, for those of you who are new in here, there's one more thing to cover, and that is the video or the setup itself. So you go to bookmap.com from education here. It is under the supply and demands course here. It is this one here, Trendline Break and Accumulation. It's 2.5 minutes long, and there's 4 criteria to identify. All right, so what are those 4 criteria? Go up here to the new, we just added this yesterday. You're going to find the add-on here. That is the setups checklist. And it was just updated. Okay. Well, let's try adding it. Must be in here. Let's go to the add-ons manager. I think I know what's going on here. And then setup checklist. Okay, I must have deleted it or something. So I didn't install it. So install it here. Okay. We're ready to go. Here it is here, and select it. Okay. Now, let's also add this. Oh, I know what happened. I had a crash. And it deleted it. Okay, so we're all set. Now this is going to pop up by default now. It's going to have your checklist already in here. Okay, we're going to look for these elements on the chart. Okay, passive accumulation on 3+ levels, at a key level, a break of a structure, trend line or horizontal line, and then aggressive accumulation. Okay, so now we've added our replay file. Now let's get into the heart of this presentation and trading it. Okay, so I need to back this up, and then let's take a look here. Maybe I'll back it up to about 1054 or so. You can hover over the line here, and we'll look at 1054. Yeah, right here, and then click here. Okay, and then I can play it from this point onward. All right, so click on play, and we're up and running. All right, so let's zoom in a little bit, and we're all set. Okay, so now we're running at 1 times speed. Let's go 8 times market speed here. Okay, we can always slow it down, speed it up, or pause it here. Okay, we can use I'm going to use the quick keys for doing that. All right, so now this is it's kind of a funny thing. And Lo, get your questions in, because like you kind of, some of the feedback I've gotten from you guys about the replay files is, yeah, they're great, and it really helps you, and there's many of them. You want to go through all of them, but you want to go through, I go through each one multiple times, and I'll show you how. Okay, so if I, for example, want to identify these elements here, I'll start by drawing up my trend line. Okay, and then I'm going to let's press pause for a second. Okay, so now that's my structural area here. Okay, looks like I've got another one kind of developing here as well. Let's add that one in. Okay, now how am I doing on number 1? Okay, well, does this count up here? Not really. Does this in this count? Yes. That is passive accumulation by buyers on the bid with their limit orders here and here. Okay, let's see what else unfolds. Now they also accumulated down here. There's buyers on the bid. This is actually bullish here. Why? Because they're bidding up underneath. Price has already moved up, and they're bidding up underneath the swing here. Okay, and they traded too. Okay, this is bullish. All right, now let's see. Do we have 3 levels? Yeah, we got 1, 2, and 3. But let's watch the price action here and see. Okay, so we're going to look at this is a minor trend line, and this is the bigger trend line up here. Now we'll press play or hit the space bar, and we're moving forward. Okay, the minor one is broken, and it traded up to here. All right, let's see though. Yeah, I think maybe I can speed it up one more. We can go at 16 times. Okay, so structurally here, I'm still bearish here. Okay, and what about the aggressive buyers here? Let me pause it for a moment here. Okay, so let's take the hover over the 900 you see down here, which is a volume spike. Left click, hold, and drag it up, because I want to look at the volume delta bars as well as the size and color of the dots in here. This is the aggressor accumulation in here. Okay, big red dot is a market sell. Green dot is a market buy. And that's all it is. But these are the guys that move price. These buyers in here, they lift the offer. If they take enough liquidity off of the best offer, they will move price up to the next tick or the next level of liquidity. Okay, so it's always an auction between buyers and sellers. Passive buyers here on the bid, and aggressive sellers trading into them and making the transaction. All right, so let's look at this context. So there's still more sellers. It traded through, and it's still trading into high liquidity here. Okay, that's what we know. Okay, all right, so it traded down to this level of liquidity. Okay, let's continue to watch here. Okay, so now, am I at a key level? You're going to have to kind of give a little bit of leeway on that in the replay files. But this is now starting to look pretty good. It's coming up to our major trend line. And what do we have? Okay, we have passive accumulation, buyers, and look at the sellers in here. Okay, look at the size and color of the dots, and look at the bars. Okay, that's good. There's sellers are in control. Look at the pockets of buying starting to come in. Right, so this is how I'm assessing it as I'm going through. I also want to understand how many sellers are in here and aggressive sellers, and then this context. So I'm looking for a transition from sell side to buy side, and I'm starting to see some interesting things, but I don't see it yet. Okay, I'm going to look for a break of this trend line and structure. Okay, now as well, I've talked about this many times over. The trend line break, because this is a reversal, we're trending down with a diagonal line. We can also put in a horizontal line here. Okay, so are we going to break this structure? Okay, where we can see we tested here. Okay, and then we're looking for aggressive accumulation up to and through that area. Okay, so now let's play forward. Let's take a look. Okay, great aggression here. All right, now pause it for a minute. Okay, I like to read this and pause as I'm going through this low and understand. Okay, so am I really looking for a lot more sellers to come back down here? Maybe not, because they're bidding up. They're being pretty aggressive in here. And look at the selling down here. Look at the buying that just came in. Okay, so in this case, this is contextual. Okay, maybe I should buy in now or look for a minor pullback to a shallow area here. Maybe here where these buyers came in. Okay, so let's try it. Let's move it down to this one here. And now I may miss this. If I miss this, that's okay. You'll learn and you'll trade it again. Okay, but you'll put this context together. Why did I miss it? And you'll retrade it again. So let's go forward. Okay, let's see, do we get a pullback here? We might not. Okay, there's our pullback. Okay, now this we covered in the Academy meeting yesterday, and this is a great entry. I feel is we're gonna pause it right here. Okay, so we still may pull back, right? However, look at the aggressors charging in. We see this transition starting to take place. We see some selling in here, but it's not very much. If I come up here, if price comes up here again and I see a big green dot, I am looking for this to break. Okay, and then I will have to get in aggressively and cancel this order. All right, now again, guys, I'm going over the context. This was the question from Low. How do I trade this, and how am I putting these things together? Now, this is my first trade in this one here. This may take you 4 or 5 times to read as you go through it. This is how you become an expert. This is mastery in here. All right, so let's continue on. And again, we're at 16 times market speed, so it's going to happen pretty quickly. There's my dot. Okay, I am interested. There's my buy stop. I'm in. I'm going to cancel this order there. And let's see how it goes now. Now, based off of that, what about my trade management? Okay, so we actually did get a bit of a pullback here. What about my trade management? How do I want to address this here? Well, where would my take profit be? Okay, well, up at the swing here, there's liquidity there. That's not a bad area, but I don't get too much out of it. Okay, well, how about other areas of high liquidity? Maybe here at 25 or here at 22, and I'm going to front run that with my limit sell order up here or here, right? Just move it down, left click, hold and drag. All right, so now let's see, how are we doing here? Okay, well, this thing is taking its time here, and we're seeing back and forth right now. Okay, look where the pullbacks came to. These are the things to note. Okay, so the pullback came to where this broke out from, right in here. And where these buyers came in, they are controlling the market from this point onward. Okay, so we see a dip down below, but does it accept? Okay, no, it rejects. Okay, and then there are more buyers trading it back up into this range here. Okay, and here we go. All right, now at this point, well, I should have moved it earlier. Let's press pause again. Okay, again, space bar is the quick key. Here, I'm going to move I would have moved my stop up to here earlier, probably to about here, right? And I would have been stopped out of that. Okay, now I have a swing. I'm going to move it below that swing, okay, by a tick or two. And that's it. And that's where these buyers really, came in right here actually and broke that small structure. Okay, so I'm moving my stop up at this point. I am anticipating a breakout here. We traded back down. We found buyers come back in, buyers again here at the top, and I'm starting to see more aggressive buyers come in again. Now we don't know. It might trade back and forth, but this is what I see, and this is how I am trading it based off of reading the order flow here. And let's go forward. Okay, there they are. And there they are again. So now this is looking good. We should get a break of this area on up to maybe, I don't know, 20 or so, something like that. Okay, or the swing here. Well, we're just about there. There we go. Okay, and let's let this play out. Okay, what about moving my stop at this point? Let's hit pause. Okay, all right, I'm going to move my stop up. I'm going to move it up to where they broke out from here, a little bit below. Okay, I want to give it a little bit of room here. There's a point of control here as well. It may come back and touch that, so I'm going to move it down to about here. Okay, and I'll leave it there, and we'll press pause, space bar, and continue. Okay, how's my take profit looking? It still looks pretty good to me. I see they're adding more liquidity in here, so this looks good to me at 21. I'm going to keep it there. Okay, I'm filled. All right, so let's hit pause. Okay, great. Now what do we see in here? How do we go through this process in here? Well, we saw the passive accumulation as price was moving down. We started to see pockets of buyers starting to come in. We had 1, 2, 3, even 4 levels of passive accumulation in here on the bid. All right. And then what about the higher time frame level? That one, like I said, we kind of have to go on a leap of faith there with the replay file. This one is very important, though, in the live market. Okay? And then a break of the trend line or structure. We had the horizontal and our diagonal. It broke, and it really came back and retested that area before breaking again, and the buyers really came in here. All right, so now let's play this forward here. And now we're out, right? But let's continue on and at a very, very fast mode here. We'll go to 128 times. Okay. Okay, so what did I give up here? Quite a bit. You know, quite a bit of profit there. Okay, so how can I do better? Let's let this play all the way out here. Okay, the replay file will end here. Oh, I remember this day. Okay. Let me go back and see if there's any questions here at the moment. On. Okay. Looks like I'm not streaming this correctly. Shoot. Let's try this again. I don't know why this didn't work. All right. Okay, thanks, Stephen. All right, you guys can try to jump back into to Discord. It should be working now. Okay, you guys see it now, right? Well, anyway, the recording is going to be on YouTube. Do you see it? Okay. All right, guys. I'm sorry about that. We've had some issues, some really strange issues lately, and not sure what's actually happening. If Dan can't figure it out, I'm certainly not going to be able to figure it out. I'll tell you that. Anyway, okay. So now let's go take a look at this and go back and optimize this. Okay, so here's the end of our file. Well, this thing retraced all the way back down to the bottom here. Okay, so note that as you replay these things, move your stop up, take profit. Some of these elements in here for your trade management you're going to learn through doing. Okay, so anyway, let's go back and replay this again. All right, so this is exactly what I do many times over. All right, now I got my setups checklist in here. Let's also capture our trades into our trading journal. Okay, this is a really important part of it, so we'll go back up here. I'm pretty sure I did not capture it, so I just wanted to jump into the example. So let's go back to trading statistics. It's up here. Okay, where is it? There it is. Okay. All right. And then we're going to sync this to our web trading journal. Okay, this add-on is included with your Global Plus subscription and Global. Okay, we need this feature here though. Okay, you can actually, the stats window here you can close. Okay, it has my trade in here, but I want to look at the web journal. And then what you're going to do when you first come into the program as well is you are going to add a journal in here and give it a name like this, TLBA replay, and this is a test. Okay, now then once you add it in here, you're going to select it and do a refresh in here and make sure you select the correct one. And then we can open up our trade journal here on the web. It'll open up and I should be, and you'll sign into your Bookmap account, and I should be in that journal, and you can see it here, and I am. Okay, you can see it right here. Right, so now we're going to take trades in here and we're going to route our trades into here. Right, now we're going to close that. So we missed this one, but that's okay. We're going to go back and we're going to do it again. All right, let's rewind. Let's clear our drawings, and then we're going to go back here and I don't know where it was, like 1050 something, right? Let's go back to 1047, and let's slow this back down a bit. Okay, and replay it again. Okay, so by doing this many times over, I find that it helps me tremendously. It's the same file, but I'm gonna be looking at it many times, and you will understand the setup for this file really well. But don't worry about it. It's not like you're cheating or anything like that by knowing it, because you're gonna get in at certain areas, and then you're gonna get in and do it again at another area. Okay, so in this case here, we are trading back down into high liquidity here, and then they were bidding up and they trade into that liquidity there. Okay, we can draw up our trend line. Trend lines. Okay, and how it broke this one, right? But we're now kind of interested in this horizontal line as well. Right. Okay, so now let's continue on. And we got our trade control panel open, brackets all set. Okay, so we're waiting, we're watching passive liquidity on 3 levels. And as you do this, guys, think of it this way. Like, you know, who out there like plays a musical instrument? You know, or you know, you're a tennis player. Well, you're gonna what are you gonna, are you gonna join a tournament every time you play? No. Are you gonna, you know, have a live show every time you play? No. You're gonna practice. You're gonna practice. You're gonna get good. You're gonna get down a specific way to play, or a specific move, or maybe it's your serve or your backhand in tennis, and you're gonna continue on and practice and practice and practice. That's what we're doing here, and we're doing it in a way that's interactive, and you can see it in play out in replay, and you can speed it up so you can get many under your belt here. Right, so that's the goal here. Now let's hit replay or go forward again. and the space bar. All right, here we go. All right, so now we know that this happened here, right? So let's hold on for a second here. All right, so again, I kind of missed it here, right? Or did I? You know, now we're looking for a pullback here. And we wanted to look for it back down to about here. We didn't get it. And we put it kind of midway here, maybe bouncing off of this kind of structure here. We ended up getting in around 14 or so up here, which is pretty bad fill. You can look for minor ones in here, and maybe it's this structure here. So let's put our limit buy there and looking for a pullback. Okay. Now this is how you're going to learn. Okay, I put my limit buy here. Okay. Now look at the liquidity bidding up underneath. Okay. Well, maybe I should front run that. Let's see if I get filled. Okay, I'm down by this swing down here. Okay, I got filled. All right, got filled. Okay, almost to the tick, right? Now, I was able to do that by knowing that, you know, I'm looking on the first one, I bought up here at round 14. Okay, looking for that breakout. On this one, I waited for the pullback. Okay, now if I waited down here for that pullback at 10.5, I would have gotten filled. I would have gotten filled there. Okay, but I might not. And if I don't, I miss it. And you got to be okay with that, because that's going to happen in the live market. If you're a pullback trader, then you're going to miss some. You're not always going to get them. Are you okay with that? Okay. Now, low, to answer your question, how do I? Sometimes I want to look for a pullback. Other times I don't. Okay. And how is that? It's the context of this over in here. Okay. So in the move down here, this impulse move down, traded into high liquidity, traded again and again, and then we found our buyers come in and we're seeing a flip, right? Great. Okay, so let's actually pause it now. Right. In fact, I'm going to delete this trend line here and delete this one here. Okay. I'm going to draw a new trend line in here. It's very shallow, but it's still, this is kind of, just run with me on this, okay? Maybe it should be a horizontal level up here. It's not really a trend line. Yeah, let's just do that. Be better. Okay, so here's my horizontal line here, 2 swings up here. All right. Because this is, you can note these things. This is where I learn a lot. Look at the selling that came in. Where did it come in? It came in here. If we get buyers back up above that, they will be in control of this market. Just like down in here. See how there's sellers here and we get buyers back up above here? They took control of it. Okay. So these are the nuances that for me, after trading and looking at these things many times over, I can start to understand where I want to get in on an entry or not. Okay. I would probably have in the real context in here, I probably would have bought on this momentum to the upside in here. Okay, but now I'm going to look at many different ways to trade this in replay mode, and I'm going to start to learn of the different nuances and variations in here. And let's continue on. Okay. Okay, so now this is my bigger structure up here at 14. Okay, I want to pause this here. Okay, what if you take a single up here and you just get out? That's fine. But let's take a look at the bigger picture here. Okay, this downtrend is pretty flat. It's not downtrending tremendously. Okay, when you don't have an angle like that, like it's more on the flat side here, the trend isn't as strong. Okay, and we have lots of buyers getting filled in here. Okay, this is, again, we're talking about context. And now what we're looking for is when those buyers come in, and look at the context here, and especially now here. You definitely, you can see it in the bars, right? Okay, buyers are really, they're really starting to take control. Okay, in this sense in here, let's put a limit buy here. Okay, and let's get filled because this is a different way of looking at it and trading it differently. Okay, let's go forward. Okay, and looking for a lot of buyers, lots of buyers in here. And if I get it, I'm looking for a powerful move here. Okay, and it's looking pretty good. Okay, so how am I going to manage that? I'm in 2 contracts actually here and here. I don't like that, but I'm going to go with this example. Yeah, let's just move them both up to here. Okay, so buyers coming in hand over fist now. Okay, trading into high liquidity here at 20, but there's a lot of buyers, so I'm looking for 20, 22, maybe 25 here. Let's speed it up. Oh, let's pause it for a second. Okay, what about my stop? Okay, I want to actively move my stop up. I want to give it some breathing room. I still like my, I'm going to manage it pretty much the same way I did before. Okay, let's try it a little more aggressively actually in this one. Here's another little kind of pause, and then buyers come in again. I'm going to give it some breathing room here below this swing here, okay, down to here, right? And then I'll move forward now. Okay, and we're filled. All right, so now this continued to ramp up. It came all the way back up into 30, maybe 32 here. Okay, so anyway, there are some nuances that and how I trade it, and now we're out of the trade. Okay, let's go into our replay mode. Okay, and let's see our trade here. You might not find it in here immediately because this is from when? August 11th from 2025. So we have to find it from August 11th in here. Easiest way for me is look at your profit. Here it is here, August 11th here, and we had 2 contracts on. Okay, how much should it go for me? How much should it go against me? And this is another metric to look at to get better at. Okay, so I'm answering your questions, right? I mean, this is what you're looking for. I have learned a tremendous amount by doing it this way. I will trade this 4, 5, 6 times. I mean, DNT, I think you also, you're trading like 5, 6 times, 7 times sometimes on the same file before moving to the next one. Okay, start to understand these contexts in here. It will there'll be variations of this in the other replay files. Okay, and you'll learn a ton about this. All right, would you draw another trend line for a potential reversal at the higher time frame? Yeah, actually, Mr. Smiles, that's pretty insightful. That's why I put this file in here, was you could trade it both ways. Okay, but let's see what it looks like here. Did you get 3 levels of, you know, and this is something I mentioned to Robert. Did we get 3 levels of passive accumulation on the offer here? We got 1, 2, and 3, but this is way down here. This is where it broke out from. I want to see it up here. Why? Because this is where they're really absorbing all the buying pressure up here. This is where it broke out from, and look at all that buying. Okay, so this doesn't really count. I want to see it up here. This is not bad, but this is much better. Okay. Now, where are we going to draw a trend line in here? Or what structure are we looking for in here? There's not a whole lot of structure. You know, it went up, paused for a minute, and then went up again. Okay, so what we're looking for is structure. So we can draw our trend lines in here. This would be very aggressive here. Okay, but it held. Now it just broke it. Okay, but do we have the passive accumulation on 3+ levels? So kind of 1 and 2, maybe 2.5 up in here, here, and here, right? And what else do we have though? Okay, well, we also have them bidding down, or I'm sorry, offering down at a lower level here. And then look at this accumulation here on the offer. Does that count? Kind of, but not really. It's the concept here, right, that I'm trying to cover about passive accumulation. Okay, Duzman, I hope I'm not confusing you, but we're putting this into context here about understanding who's taking the other side of the trade and absorbing that buying pressure here. Okay, so let's see a few questions in here. You saw Low did the 12-16 replay like 5 times too. Okay, yeah, excellent. Low, so this should be answering your questions. Okay, you know, these nuances in here, it make all the difference. Okay, and then replaying again. The beauty of this in here is we just took the trade, we managed it, and we learned a few things. This is where take a screenshot, mark it up, what did you learn, and then post that to the trade. Okay, now I'm not going to mark this up and take the time to do that right now. Okay, but I will take a screenshot of it. Okay, so all I have to do is come up here and click on you know, save the chart image here. Okay, and it will have the date and time on it. Okay, so now let's add that to the journal. Okay, so I go back to the journal. Where's my trade? This one here. Let's click on this, and then let's go browse and find our screenshot is here. And let's look at details. Add it here. Okay, so now I'm building out my playbook. I just learned a lot from this file. I spent time on it. I thought about it. I read the order flow details in here, and I traded it. Okay, and I got lucky actually on this fill here. You know, it went against me a little bit, and then you know, I had a nice move to the upside, okay, and I managed it. So now I have it recorded in my playbook here. Okay, and we can add the note in here. This is waited for pullback, and let's just keep it simple for this example here, and click OK. All right, so now we've got the trade in here, and we've got it here in our playbook and our notes here. Okay, click on this, and then here it is here. Okay, so now take this file here and copy it, and then paste it into here. Okay, come into pilot program right here and paste it in here. Okay, so now you have a trade. Now I can look at Matt's. I can look at Mr. Smiles, and I can learn what did he do? How did he do it differently? What did he see in this file? I can go back and replay that file. Actually, this is a live trade in here. So you're forward testing now in simulation, right, Mr. Smiles? That's what it looks like, which is great. I mean, you've put in, I don't know how many trades you've made. Share your journal, and we'll take a look at it. Okay, your replay file journal. That's another thing. We're going to share our journals in here as well. Okay, so let me show you how to do that. Okay, go back to my journal here. I'm in this journal, Bruce Trendline Break Accumulation Test. Hit the share button, copy the link, and I'm going to put this right into the chat for you guys here. Okay, I'm going to put it into the pilot program chat, right? So here it is here. So you guys can now add that journal and then see how I'm doing. This is one of the final steps in here for your edge. Okay, because you're going to share your journal, and then what you're going to be able to do is come back in here and look at some of these things in here. So how am I doing? Let's look at my equity curve in here. Okay, I'm going to close that. And let's take a look here. Okay, so yeah, it didn't really say much. It doesn't really say much in here. It doesn't look like I got too much out of these. But let's go into some more interesting ones in the forward testing and the live from others. Okay, here's trading for life, his forward testing. Okay, look at how many trades he's gotten in here. He's got 26 trades in here, right? And he's doing really well. Okay, and this is forward testing. This is live market, and this is how many trades he has in here. Look at his numbers in here. Okay, come to his notes in here. Actually, it doesn't look like he made many, but he's been posting a ton. Anyway, this is what he has, okay, for forward testing. We can go and look at others in here. Now, how's he doing in here? We can, now that we have quantifiable data in here, we can come back in and take a look. Okay, so he did pretty well in the beginning here. As you can see, this kind of steep curve to the upside, and then he flattened out. And then he kind of gradually did better and gradually did better, and then boom, here did well. Gradual. He had a real a big pullback here, real downtake here, and then right after that though, he nailed it. Okay, how did he do after that? Pretty good, flat, and then good again. Okay, so to me, in the forward testing, looks like to me that probably a lot of learning took place in here. He got slapped around here on some of these steep pullbacks, but now it looks like to me, now he's getting bigger gains and then small pullbacks in his equity curve. So loss, small, but then gain and bigger gains. Let's take a look at his average winners to losers. It's better than 2 to 1. He's doing really well. Hey, look at his average. Now, this is average losers. Biggest winner to biggest loser is also pretty good here. His biggest loser is 1375, and his biggest winner is about 4 times that. 3.5 times that. Look at his profit ratio in here. 47%. Every time he's taking a trade, most of the time he has a loser. Okay, but look at his equity curve. How is that possible? Because he's taking small losses and he's getting big wins. This will tell you a lot, and it starts here by building your experience in replay mode like this, learning a few things, and tightening up your plan. Okay, and then trading forward like this as well. Okay, and then you get into the live market, and then you can share also your journal for the live market. Okay, so you can tell a lot from your data, and you can tell a lot from your playbook. And then we can share journals in here. You guys can take a look at these journals in here, and you can see like, well, how am I doing on the overall? Because now we have quantifiable data to take a look at. All right. So now let me take a break here and then ask Lo. What is it? Is this what you're looking for? Is there something more you're looking for, or anybody in here for this program? Okay. Now, what I would do in this again, I would play this again. I'd play this file in here probably 3 or 4 more times, and really get good at it. Really understand, like, even though this is flat, it still struggled in here, right? And then hand over fist they came in, and it really went to the upside, and then it equally came back down to the downside. Why? That's pretty weird activity. Well, this is probably like a short squeeze here. The market's probably back and forth, and people are really getting stopped out here on a higher time frame, and it came all the way back down here again. Okay, you'll put this into the picture as well. Fundamentally, now this is a replay. We're just lifting weights here and doing reps. When you start to put it into the forward testing and the live, you'll start to understand this kind of price action within the market environment. Okay. All right. Let me get to some of your questions in here, and see. Laura has a few questions, and anyone else here? Hold on a minute. All right. Jacob the Prophet, looking for your post in here. Okay, you're in the program now. I went through an example in here, looking for you to post. Okay, and then you can get some feedback from us. Let's see. Yeah, DNT, for example. You were really, it was really kind of interesting, and Shark was really kind of interesting because you guys were kind of the guinea pigs, Laura as well, because you were very new to the program, and I opened it up only to you guys, a handful of people, and I was surprised it took you guys, and I don't mean this in a bad way, it took longer than I thought, and to try to work out the kinks and understanding here. But DNT, like you changed yourself and rewired yourself in here, like you're saying. Okay? And Shark, he changed his behavior. He was getting in too early on his trades, and now he waits. And how did he learn how to wait? By playing it in replay mode over and over again. He's like, well, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm not going to get in here. Like, yeah, it might do what I want, but it's probably going to go against me. I'm going to wait until it turns and then get in. And that's what he's doing. And it made a huge difference. Okay, so DNT replay, let me just read it out here because it's good stuff. Replays help your emotional rewiring. This is exposure training. Absolutely. Deliberately exposing yourself to particular environments, and when you may feel triggered over and over again. Okay, so you're going to burn through that. You're going to do that through experience. And you're going to do that by speeding it up in here. Okay, that's going to help you build those reps very, very quickly. Let's see. Should we keep marking up every chart in replay? Mr. Smiles, I would. I mean, get to a certain point. You want to be able to get feedback, and you want to be able to communicate to others. So yes, it's important to do a good markup. But what's going to happen is like you don't have to do every one, but take the ones where it helps you. Okay. So like in this one here, what did I learn? What did it help me do in here? Okay, is like, well, okay, maybe my honing my skills on a pullback in here. Okay, whereas earlier I got in up here, and I think that is still a valid entry up here. Okay, but it went against me quite a bit. Then this one, this horizontal line up in here, as you guys can see, it really the buyers really came in here, and this didn't even really go against me. So this entry up here looks like it's the worst, but it's actually the best in this replay file. Okay, because the market is now decisive that it's moving higher. Okay. You want to look at the November 12th file. Okay. Looks like you guys have Is this recorded? Yeah, this is recorded. It kind of got botched though, and messed up, but the recording should be good. But sorry for you over here in Discord. And that was bad. Okay, well, we're going to do more of these, and as you guys get better and better. Okay. Let's see. Your issue, Mr. Smiles, is getting in and patience, letting it play out. Okay, so let's go through that. Like how you know, if that's something you need to work on it in the replay modes. This is how you're going to change your behavior. You're going to start to trust it because you've done it. You know, it's not always going to be that way, but for the most part, it will work out. Okay, so if you see massive dots like this, you know, you can probably trail a little more aggressively, right? Because look at this in here. I was still pretty conservative even on this one. Here's that little kind of pause, and I moved my stop up to there, and then it really came in and then blazed right through here. Okay. I would probably do it the same way. I've learned to kind of give it a little bit of breathing room in here on my stops. Okay. And how are you going to learn that? Is you're going to get stopped out. Okay. Get stopped out and replay it again. Okay. Let's go back and replay it again. I mean, I'll save you guys. We got to kind of end the event here, but have like 4, 5, 6 replays, and it's okay to capture those same ones in your journal. It's okay for replay mode. This is how you're going to learn. You know, your equity curve, you know, may vary a little bit, but come on, we know that like in the file, you know that the setup is in there. And you're probably going to, you know, learn to take more profit than losses. Okay. You know, look, Matt shared his file with me the other day, and also Trading His Life when he first started out. Here, let me show you his. Trading His Life. He struggled. He didn't really get it. He was, and this is in replay mode. You know, he had mild profits here and there and here and there. And then he started to really put the pieces together and exponentially went higher. Okay. Now once he understood that and he went into the forward testing mode, he just applied that. Okay. And this is live market. Okay. And let's look at his trade history. They're all one lots in here. This is another thing, a bunch of things in here for you guys. Get all in and all out, okay? I got in here twice actually because I wanted to demo another entry here on another setup. But I'm all in and all out because you're gonna have to really be precise and you're gonna learn more by doing it this way. If you come in here with like 3 lots and you just say, well, I've got 3 bullets and I can get in up here in the middle and then down here or even down here, you're not going to learn anything. You might get a great profit, but you're not going to learn anything about how to hone your entries and your management as well. So you guys have been really good about that so far. I haven't seen anyone do that, or not much. That's excellent. Another thing you guys have been really good about is taking everything off your chart. Okay, I had that in here as one of the onboarding elements here to reset your chart. So we don't want it. We want to look at just these 4 elements, okay, and not be distracted. The other thing that's huge, and this can really slow your learning curve down, and that's if you look at the live market as you're doing this. Okay, don't do it. If you do, just give yourself only an hour a day or something. That's it. Be disciplined about that. It's going to slow you down the most because it's so enticing and it is so distracting, and it's just a waste of time. Okay, when you're gonna after the replay mode many times over, what's going to happen is you're going to wake up in the morning for your trading. Let's suppose you did the forward testing and you're in the live market now, and you still play replay mode at the end of the day or even in the morning. Now you've conditioned yourself in replay mode. So you're going to wait for the market to come to you. You're going to wait for your setup, okay? Because you know you have an edge there. And you're so used to it that you're only looking for that. In this case, only this one setup. We will have other setups, but in this case, you're only looking at one setup. Okay, until you really get it down and you get down these elements. Then when you come to the live market, you're going to look at it in a very different light. You're not going to be distracted by this or that. You're going to look for what you know. And when it presents, you're going to take advantage of it. Right? If you don't, and you start looking at the live market and go, oh yeah, it did it here, and I might have made some money, but it also I'm following another setup of another guy, and like, oh, and what about this, and I can take that, and no, now you're unfocused, now you're undisciplined, and it's going to take a lot longer. Okay, so I really highly recommend take all your studies off your chart. Play this in replay mode. Only use all in, all out, and don't look at the live market, or look at it for a very select time and then leave. Having the things on the chart is the biggest distractor. Secondly, is the live market. So you want to come back to that live market prepared for the way that you trade. It's going to be much easier for you, right? You'll really be looking for these things, and then we can get into other setups, etc. Any other questions in here? Okay, I wanted to trade actually about 4 or 5 more times during this webinar, but I talked maybe a little too long on some of these things, trying to explain them, what I learned and what I didn't learn, etc. Okay, I only went over one file in here. Well, let's add maybe one more really quickly here, and we can play it. Okay, let's add this one. Okay, get set up. Okay, hold on, let's pause it for a moment here. Okay, so let's get our setups checklist in here. Okay, there it is. Let's get our trading statistics all set up. See, it's in the main trading journal here. I don't want that. I want it in the test here. So select it and you're good to go. Okay, we close that now. I believe, yeah, I'm all set to trade. Let's select my volume. I got my stop loss and take profit all widened out, and then I can move it once I'm in. Let's get the drawing tools ready here as well. Okay, now let's start to get some data in here and look for our setup and our structure. Okay. Okay. Let's just pause it here for a second and draw in. Now, pause is such a powerful tool. Also, slowing it down and speeding it up, massively powerful tool. Okay. So anyway, I'm in a downtrend. I have high liquidity trading here, but most importantly here, and I want to see it, in some of these other areas here. Okay. So there's no reason to get into this trade at this time at all. I do not see buyers coming in, and I'm just confirming this as I'm going through this. And I'm kind of talking to myself and looking for what I want to look for. Let's continue on. Okay. All right. So now this structure broke, and we have a horizontal structure here as well. Okay. So now, what do I want to do here? Okay. Do I want to look for a pullback here? And why would I look for a pullback on this one? Okay. Do I have enough accumulation here? I don't know. I don't think so. I bet we'll probably get another push down down into here, right? So let's just put it here, right? Or it broke out of a smaller structure here. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. I'd rather for this demo in here, let's get out of the drawing and let's look for a pullback to this structure here. All right, so that's my plan. All right, let's play it out. Okay, I got filled. Okay, beautiful fill. It doesn't get much better than that. All right, now that I've played this file many times over the several months here, but why am I looking for a pullback here? Okay, because I don't have. I'm still thinking there's going to be sellers that come in here, and we're going to get some back and forth. I'm noting the buyers coming in, and then I really note them up in here. Okay, and this is kind of a risky endeavor here. I'm finding. I think up in here it's even better now because I know there's buyers. There's a pullback. It retested here. We didn't find sellers, and then we get more buyers up here, and it's breaking this horizontal structure. I'm looking for them to come in and take the market away at that point. Okay, now Trading is Life likes it here. Okay, I like it as well here. It's a great entry. It doesn't get much better. And then now, how am I going to manage my stop? Well, I see high liquidity up at the figure up here. I'm going to front run it by a few ticks. Now this moved away. Okay, where might it pull back to? Okay, maybe here, maybe all the way back down to here. Okay, so I'm going to move my stop up to here for now and let this kind of shake out a little bit. Okay, now at this point here, low, this one's for you. What do I have here? And what would I want to do at this point? Okay, this one's screaming to me. Okay, impulse move, pull back, higher liquidity underneath here. Look at this high liquidity here, and look at these buyers coming in here. I'm going to move my stop up, and I'm still going to be conservative. I'm going to put it here, a couple ticks below the swing here. Okay, I could probably put it up here. Let's try it. Okay, let's see. Do I get hit here? But this, we see a reaction to this high liquidity. We have an impulse move back and forth, high liquidity. It stirred the buyers to come in, and now we're looking for it to break out at this point and trade up into high liquidity up above. Okay, this is how to learn, how to move your stops based off of the liquidity in app. Okay? And if I get stopped out, that's okay. Just retrade it again and learn. Okay, so it came up and it's kind of struggling here, but look at this strong bid underneath. Okay, here, let's stop it here. Okay, so now what do I have here? Okay, I don't have too strong of a bid, but look at the buyers now, back and forth, and then buyers here. Looks like it wants to break out, right? Okay, so let's try this. I don't know if I get stopped out or not, but I'm going to move my stop up here. Okay, and let's hit the space bar. Okay, strong bid, but they've traded into it. Okay, and I'm my take profit is hit in front of the figure here, and that's the end of the file too. Okay, yeah, prepare a list of questions, Lo. That would be great. Let's see, mentioned I'll be doing putting a checklist. Not really a checklist. It's more about kind of Mr. Smiles, some of the things that I've learned in here, and I've learned from others that I think will make will be very helpful and strengthen your edge. All right. Let me see if there's any questions in YouTube. No. Okay. All right. Let's see. Last minute questions, guys, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay. Now, take some chances in here too. You know, in your replay file, get some losses. This is the time to do it. Like, you know, really don't. Now Nadia's in here. Nadia, you mentioned something yesterday I wanted to address in this webinar actually today, that you said you were kind of nervous in some of these areas. Also, Duzman said, you know, I get nervous even in replay mode. Overcome it by replaying more. So it's really by building your experience in here over and over again. That's what's going to make you feel confident. Okay, and you'll have numbers and quantifiable data to boot. Okay, it'll back it up, and then you're going to share with the community in here as well, and you have your playbook and share your journal and your trades, and you're going to get feedback, and you're going to really hone your edge at that point. Okay, so Nadia, that's how to get over this. You know, if you're not sure or whatever, continue to play it. The only way that I am sure about some of these things in here is because I've done it. And I've practiced it many times over. Okay, so do that and you'll build your confidence. Duzman, you also have, you played it many times over. Continue to go forward with this. Hit that replay mode. I know you have already. Maybe some of the things I mentioned today will be helpful. And start to build out your equity curve. What did you do right? What did you do wrong? You've gotten lots of feedback in here already. You know, we've also seen it. I mean, heck, you know, today's webinar, we kind of, we talked about the setup, but we talked about the kind of context of it. Anyway, you're always learning. You're always practicing. Okay, I recommend for you guys to, once you're forward testing or you're live trading with small size before you start to leverage it, the best way is to leave that live market open and look for opportunities in the live market. But on another machine, you can open up replay mode in Bookmap, and you can trade your replay as you're waiting and watching for your setup. Okay, this is a real boon or advantage using that Global Plus. The Global Plus has that ability. I know some of you said you don't have it, but I checked with development and it should. If you don't, let me know or let support know. They will give it to you. Here, I can't be much more clear about it than this. If you go to bookmap.com, come up here to pricing and scroll down. Okay, so here's your global plus and global. Okay, global plus, you can trade from it. You can do the cross trading as well. And then what about some of the add-ons in here or other features in here? Let's see here. Right here, second license free. Second free license for replay mode. It's right here in black and white. We've had it for forever. Okay, see how when you get global plus, you get it. Okay, global does not offer it. Okay, so get it because you're going to really speed up your learning. Okay, like I said, that live market just sucks you dry. It'll suck your time and distract you and confuse you. We're going to avoid all of that by continuing to just trade your plan in here, own your edge, and trust it. You're going to trust it. All right, guys, enough, I think, for today. We'll do it again and again. And Lo, yeah, looking for some of your questions. Please, as soon as possible, put those questions together. Lo, like I had said about the live market, I'm happy to trade in the live market too. It's just it doesn't present all the time. All right, anyway, you can see even in replay mode, there's going to be losses, and that's good. It's fine. Just replay it again and learn why. No, you should have it, Mr. Smiles. It should be not on the same machine, of course. But if you have Bookmap open on one machine and you go to another machine, you can install it, and you should be able to access Bookmap replay mode with one license. Okay, Robert, order flow is new to you. Trendline break accumulation taught you a lot, together with the 4 points and the low volume pullback as the next nuance. Yeah, that's going to be really key. I'll cover something for it. It's really, I think that's really where some of that context will come together for you all on the low volume pullback. Okay, like right in here, this is actually a continuation pattern right here. Impulse move. This is a pullback, or it takes a break here, and we get another impulse move. Okay, but do you see a lot of passive accumulation in here? No. Do you need it? No. Okay, because this is already trending. A lot of times you will not see a lot of passive accumulation on the low volume pullback. In fact, what you see is low volume for the sellers in here. Okay, there's none or very little. There's no one interested in selling down here. Okay, buyers come in, they take it up to the swing, and they break out. Right, so that's another context to start to understand. We're looking for passive accumulation, some back and forth, break of structure, and we're looking for these aggressors to boost it up here so that they can move the market away. All right, so once you understand the second concept or context in here, you guys will be able to look at a lot of different things, and a lot of light bulbs I think will come on. Let's see, but Robert, you said reading the order flow seems to be even deeper. And, it's as deep as you want to go, but it's really context, Robert. You don't use additional tools, but I think we should use more of the available tools that are taking the data for order flow. Yeah, like absorption, momentum. Yeah, that's a good point. You don't know much about it yet. Well, I don't want to rely too hard on the add-ons and tools when what we want to understand is these simple elements and not be distracted. Simple elements of passive accumulation or absorption. Okay, and then understanding structure and a break of structure, but on the aggressors. Okay, and understanding the key level as well. Okay, because these are not, on this move down, these are not key levels. It came down to the key level, and there was high liquidity here. Right, so if you want to look at CVD at these points in here and add in some other things, you can, but don't do it now. Just focus on these 4 elements and get really good at them. Then the other elements you can add into your studies. I don't know, Robert. I don't know. Did you attend the webinar today? I thought we saw quite a bit of really insightful opportunities or order flow events that gave us a lot of insight, and we didn't need one indicator or one add-on. I'm not saying like I don't get anything out of them, or I'm just saying that they are not a signal in themselves. They are confluence. You want to look at the standard candlestick chart, Jacob? Yeah, I would just focus on these elements right now. This will be the quickest path. Right? Understand these 4 elements: the passive accumulation, the key level, the break of structure, and the aggressive accumulation, and apply it. Okay. All right. Let's see who else is in here. Looking for some posts from you guys. Jacob for sure. PMAC also been posting in there some good stuff. And yeah, Nadia as well. Salty Profits, not sure. Did you posted, I think, maybe once or twice in there, right? Did you get something from it? Yeah, Duzman, Mr. Smiles, DNT, Nadia, Laura, Robert, Lo, Owen. You guys have posted a lot. Now, new guys, Owen, Mr. Smiles, you guys have posted a lot in so far, and you're doing great. Like, any questions you guys have at this point? Because you guys are ready, getting pretty ready for forward testing now. Maybe you want to share your journals in here, your replay file journals, and we can take a look at them. Okay, and then yeah, and then you guys are ready. Is simulation in the forward testing. Okay, just like any other quant out there, that's how they do it. Okay, they look at data, historical data, they develop a plan, and then they forward test it in simulation and make adjustments, and then probably go back and look at more data and historical data, make adjustments, and then once it's starting to work in the forward testing, they will start to trade it live with small contract size. Okay, and then they'll ramp it up after that. And they'll always go back and retest data sets. And we're basically using a quant type of process. Okay? I mean, this is really just the process. You don't have to be a quant, but all right. How do you quickly activate drawing tools without having to right click? Yeah, so I use the drawing tools up in here. I put in some shortcuts you can see right here. Okay, these letters in here. I showed it earlier in the webinar today. So you can just go up to settings, keyboard shortcuts, toolbar here, drawing tools, and then here, like clearing all drawings. Or let's say I want to add a line, right? I put in L for a line. All right, let's just right click in here, remove that shortcut, and let's put in something else. Okay, so I'm going to put in EE, or no, I need to put in Control E. Hold on a minute. Okay, line, right click, add it. And what if I do Shift W? There we go. How about that? All right, Shift W is now how I draw a line. Okay, close it. Let's try it. Okay, Shift W. There's my line. Okay, and I'm still in it until I hit escape, and now I'm out. All right. Now I'm going to go back, and it's really fast and easy here. Drawing tools, and I'm going to go back, right click, remove it, right click, add it, and I like the letter L. That does the trick for me. Okay. Let's see, Owen, any recommended readings to complement? No, nothing. Yeah, Bogdan's book is good. You might want to read that. A lot of people have said that they've learned a lot from it. I would really, focus is key. Focus is really one of the key words in here, biggest keyword. You're going to focus on one setup. You're going to focus on getting really good at it, and you're going to focus on building reps without distractions. This is to learn the process. Once you learn the process for building your edge, you can apply it to any kind of setup. Okay, now in this one in Bookmap, this is a great one because we can really start to understand passive accumulation. Okay, we can really start to see where buyers and sellers are, and that is an edge. Yeah. All right, guys, thanks so much. Have a great weekend, everybody. And holidays coming up. We'll have kind of a shortened week next week, but we'll see you on Monday. Okay, thanks, and we'll yeah, happy holidays. Take advantage of the sale out there. Lo, get your questions together, please. That was really good of you. I should go over these many more times on how to trade this in replay mode. And when you guys start to see this, I think the pieces come together. Yeah, we'll do more and more. Duzman, I know you're taking a break, and come back in here. Just keep it simple and focus on the 4 elements here. All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.